Hello and welcome to the 18th race of the Intercom Track Series here at Osterreichring in Austria. The starting lineup rolls by as, I'm surprised to say, we only have 2 races left on the schedule. This heavily delayed schedule from 2011. Next race, once it ends, we'll crown a champion. But for now, we have a race before Myrtle Beach. We have a few cars that failed to qualify for Osterreichring, however. 4 cars failed to make it. Michelle Sedino, who made it in last week in the 62 car, Samantha Yankee, Trek Togger, the native, and Monique Pesic in the 97. Shelby LeGray won the pole at Osterreichring. Kind of a surprise. She's not especially noted for road course racing ability, but hey, a pole's a pole. Incident lap 1 in the first turn. Maria Camiso has been having a progressively worse season. Russell Arcuri and Ryan Cook are going to run to the back of her. She's going to get wrecked in the first turn. We got an on-car camera from Russell Arcuri. Everyone would keep going. Just that it would kind of hurt the races for Arcuri and Camiso. Early on in the race, on the first lap, Bob Sedino took over the lead. He won last week at Monza, and he's been showing strength at the road courses in the Price Chopper Chevy. He won earlier this year at Belle Isle, Detroit, and he's looking to win 3 times more than any other driver. Gabe Carraz, the points leader going into this race, was running in the top 10 and having a pretty secure day. He kind of wishes he was running out front, but he can't complain with 8th. The Mountain Dew Ford was a surprise winner at Richmond, and he took the lead. Maria Camiso was going to pit early on in the race. This would be on lap 3. Russell Arcuri would pit 2 laps later on lap 5, both to fix the damages. Ryan Cook was not having a good start to his day. He qualified dead last on this track, just barely making the race. And along with that, the wreck in the first turn of the race, the NASCAR Nixon Ford is making his final appearance here of the season here today. He's hoping that he can be back for next year. David Yankee, another road race ace, missed the Monza race, and he's really mad that he missed it. He could have probably done well if he made the race, but a qualifying incident put him out. He was running top 10 today, so things are good for him. The Team Yankee has been struggling this year, but they did get a win at Mosport with sister Samantha Yankee. John Sedino was not having a especially good day. He's in contention for the championship, and this could be the race that knocks him out. Same for Will Coleman in that yellow number 85, 2 cars back. Both of them need to step up their performance if they want to keep in championship contention. They're currently in the top 20. Tyler Benoit was up near the front, and that's where he wanted to be, ahead of Gabe Carraz and near the lead. He finished well at Monza last week, so he's hoping that he can pull off a good run at Osterreichring today. The number 3 car has led the points for majority of the season, I believe around maybe about race 2 to about when Gabe Carraz won. He's been exchanging the lead with Brian Valentine. Camiso was back on the racetrack, but would have to pit again later on for more damage repairs. The number 26 is having an awful day and an awful end to a season. Maybe she'll do better next week at Myrtle Beach. Renee Gagnon would take the lead as some of the leaders pit, like Bob Sedino. John Sedino would move up to 2nd on the course. Renee Gagnon has been having awful luck at the road courses despite good qualifying efforts. Bob Sedino would regain the lead coming out of pit road. Tyler Benoit would follow right behind, and that's Adam Dunlap in the 84. Last incident of the day on lap 22. Renee Gagnon, who was leading the race, is going to run into the back of Tyler Smith, who's a championship competitor. He's going to take along championship competitor John Sedino and Brian Brote. Megan Curley's also going to get involved, and Shelby LeGray slowed down. For Brian Brote, this is going to prove detrimental. This would ruin his race and possibly his run for the championship. Not too happy with Renee Gagnon. Neither is Megan Curley. She kind of shoves the 13 car out of the way. This is from John Sedino's view. He's going to get a little damage, but he's going to keep going in the 72 car. Good job avoiding it for the most part. The biggest winner off pit road, Ryan Cook in the 50. He was running top 10. after running 25th near the start of the event. The NASCAR Nixon Ford got into that wreck on lap 1, having a strong rebound near the end of the day. David Yankee also gained a few spots on pit road. He was running, I believe, 7th. He's running just ahead of Don Corio Jr., who had a bad wreck at Monza. Tyler Benoit would take the lead as Bob Cedeno went down for second pit stops, but here comes Adam Dunlap on the inside. He's going to charge past the number 3 car. Dunlap is not going to show mercy because he remembers what he did at Kyalami. He's going to cut in front of the number 3. 66 car, Brian Valentine, sits right behind them. Adam Dunlap would lead the next lap, but he would then go to pit road. He would lead the lap going under pit road. The cars catching up would not beat him to the line in time. Robert DeFrank would lead the lap afterward after staying out in the number 48. The number 48 won at Kyalami. He's hoping to pick off another road course today. Tyler Smith and John Cedeno were starting to pick up the pace through the field. They weren't near the front per se, but heck, it's better than what they were doing. Tyler Smith, you can see, has some noticeable damage on the number 31. He's trying to hustle back to the front so he can stay in contention for the championship. Same for John Cedeno, minus the damage. Bob Cedeno would take the lead after Robert DeFrank went to pit road. Adam Dunlap is in a close second place. Number 84 of Dunlap has been having a rough season, including several flips and bad crashes. A second place is what you really need, potentially even a win. Brian Valentine was sitting near the front of the track, much to the disdain of other drivers. Mr. Consistency has not won a race, yet has been in strong competition for the points lead throughout the year, sometimes even having the lead. He sits a close third and he's trying to catch up to the Monza winner, Bob Cedeno, and Adam Dunlap. This car is definitely going to run next year. They said maybe they'll expand the team to a second car. Who knows? However, near the end of the race, Adam Dunlap and Brian Valentine were not going to be able to catch up in time. Going into the final turn, the number 04, Bob Cedeno, would win his 3rd career Utica Home Track Series race as he crosses the line. This is the most of any driver so far in our inaugural season, beating Matt Evans, Maria Camiso, and John Cedeno with 2. A great performance by Bob Cedeno, and he's going to climb the point standings. Here are the race results. Bob Cedeno was your race winner. Adam Dunlap a strong 2nd place and a career best. Brian Valentine 3rd. Don Corio Jr. 4th. Tyler Benoit a strong 5th place. David Yankee, Andrew Wiegand, Ryan Cook, Dan O'Neill, Josh Mayo rounding out the top 10. Corio, Coleman, DeFrank, Carraz, and the Pulsator LeGray finished 15th. John Cedeno would finish 16th disappointingly. Maria Camiso would bounce back to 17th. Tyler Smith 18th. Evans 19th. Murphy 20th. Arcuri, Brodt, Perfetti, Curley, and Gagnon all had trouble throughout the day. They would finish outside the top 20. Now, very interesting thing going into the final race of the Utica Home Track Series. A tie for the points lead. Gabe Carraz and Tyler Benoit both have 275. Brian Valentine has 1 point back. Bob Cedeno is in 4th, who made an excellent run near the end of the season. Wiegand, DeFrank, Smith, Cedeno, and Coleman also have a shot at the championship. Brian Brodt is 10th, but sadly, mathematically ineligible for the championship. Well, this is it. The championship race at Myrtle Beach. I hope to see you there.